Well, Scotty is over here with my dad looking at the truck. And I am at my mom and dad's. We're going to go in here and we're going to watch some footage of my grandparents. My sister did some, what'd you do? You put slides? Do you want to be on camera or not?
I don't mind.
This is my oldest sister, Kim.
Hey.
So what did you do?
I transferred the slides to a disc.
A disc. Okay, so we're gonna watch them on the big screen here.
Pictures of our grandparents.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be
Doesn't feel
in
like
the great outdoors.
Oh, you don't look terrible. It's my mama.
Forever free.
All right, we're gonna watch some slides.
Pour them.
Okay, my sister said some of the slides are what? Sideways?
Yeah.
That's a grandma trait, you know. That's what grandma used to do and everything.
The way they read into the slide reader, you had to put them in sideways so they'd fit.
Hi, Susie.
So
This is Susie, right, Mom?
that's Freya.
Oh, Freya. Oh, Freya has
So
such a
well, I
story,
wonder
you
if
guys.
Upfolder means downloading your.
Now I have to
Hi,
go
Freya.
here.
Hi,
I
sweetheart.
have to wait till they all go on and then
No, you can go to the menu now.
Let me
Just
tell
go
you
to
about
photo
Freya.
menu, and then slide. view,
Freya
slide
is my sister's cat, right?
there's-
This is Freya who
Yes,
came back.
that's Freya.
Okay.
And
Who
how
was
long-
missing for 5 years.
You're missing
She was-
pictures of Grandpa
Oh,
and Uncle Andy.
Okay, so Freya was missing for 5 years, and then my sister got a call, and somebody said her cat was found
in Seattle.
in Seattle, which is
Which
a
is
long
60
ways
miles
from,
away.
yeah, like
These were
watching
our
some.
pigs.
Pigs.
There- and
Oh,
there you
see,
are.
I grew up on a farm, and those were our little pigs.
Lots of fish.
That's
Oh
Your
goodness.
dad, your dad's Boy Scout. Your grandpa. Your grandpa.
Yeah, that's on Kitsap Lake. Who's
I
that?
think that's me and Grandma.
Yeah, probably.
You and
Oh,
me
there's
and
my
Grandma.
sister and me.
There you are with Grandma. Great Grandma.
Oh, there I am in Grandpa's lap.
Everything.
All right,
Yeah.
we're watching slides of the family. This is
Oh,
my
that
dad.
one really worked well.
Dad, you want to say
Yeah.
hello? That's my dad, Denny.
There's your
There's Lee and
Janet and
Yeah.
Terry.
That's me.
there's a
Well, you guys
lot of-
wanted to see old photos of me.
Oh, there's your-
There.
look at your dad with his long hair.
That's a picture of Janet, Dad, and
Let's see
Grandma.
that.
Yeah.
That's Janet and her best friend Barbara.
Hi, kitty, kitty.
Oh, look at Kim. That's Kim, right in the center.
Yeah, it was toasted.
You were toasted.
Hey, that must be their camper.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture, Grandma.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Carrie and Mom and Andy.
I was looking up at you, Mom. Oh, Grandma, she's so pretty too.
Yeah, you can.
whoa,
Oh, there's Uncle Andy
maybe.
and Dad. There's
So
Grandpa.
your papa always drove old GMC trucks, didn't he?
Maybe not. I don't remember in that red and white one.
The house there.
Right there.
Okay, he's getting
That's
in
my
there.
grandpa, good-looking man.
It was Janet.
Yeah, that was
Janet.
First class tent then.
That's Sun Lakes.
Oh yeah, Sun Lakes,
Sun Lakes.
Ocean.
Ocean Shores.
Yeah.
Our family spent a lot of time at Ocean Shores. Look at those campers.
make
Those
it-
campers were so cool back then.
It's still cool.
I haven't seen these pictures, a lot of them, for probably many years. We all used to sit in this living room when my grandmother owned this house, and we used to have Christmas, and we would all sit and watch slides right there in Grandma's
She
house.
wore that hat all the time.
She loved that hat.
I
I remember that hat.
There you are.
Oh, there
There's your
I
baby
am.
doll.
Yep, I always had baby dolls.
Look at that.
Oh,
Yeah, that is
That's a
clam.
horse clam.
Look at the old Johnson
Gooey duck.
outboard.
Oh, gooey duck. That's right. We were trying to figure that out the other day. Look at that.
And that was the
Oh, that's it. That was so much fun.
Yeah, a lot of great pictures.
We should show her that other one, Kim.
Well, you want me to take it just the picture of me and her when we were little?
Yeah.
But
I
no, the
wanna
pictures
see.
of your dad are in that too.
True. Yeah, those are.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so we just came over to visit with my mom and dad, and we're gonna sit here
So
and
I gotta
watch
pull
some
that
more
down and put the other one.
Okay.
videos.
I can do
We'll
it.
see you guys in a little
Do you
bit.
need the?
Lane, yeah, everything was. Jeez.
This is a nice car.
Back then, I guess you guys washed
You're
the
teaching your
cars up and
sister
just
how to
get a pic-
wash
the picture.
dishes.
Kim was teaching
Keeps
me.
them that way. He likes to wash cars.
The damn clown never goes away.
Oh, look at that.
We're some bathing beauties there.
I love the snow we used to get out there because it would lock me in for a couple 3 days.
There you
I would have to
are,
go
there,
work.
Terry, and that's Carolyn.
Oh, look at the buses back
Oh,
there.
that one is ours. That was our bus.
That was Aaron
and Carol.
and Carol and Aaron, and Terry's showing the peace sign.
Oh,
There's my golf.
that's
your
my
garden.
dad's garden.
Here in the middle had 2 inches.
Oh,
like
there's
that.
my
So we
sister
were-
and I.
Yeah,
So Kim and I are
took
2
it
years
and then I-
apart. I know that will, somebody will ask us that. We're 2 years apart.
Now, how many pictures were supposed to be on that?
Right. Turn
Okay,
this on to
so
make sure. Mom, turn
This
it on
was
to make sure I wrote
Cyrus.
it.
Look, they've got a little paw.
That's the-
Unfortunately, we
that's the
didn't get
review.
girl's
You
paw
need
when
the
she
other
passed
one.
away. But
Yeah,
Cyrus
you have to do
was
it
my
on
mom and
purpose.
dad's dog,
Make
and this
sure I
was
loaded it
girl's
on there
brother.
properly
That's what
so
I
that-
And he
Yeah.
passed
Oh,
away
you
a
wanted
couple
me-
months
oh,
ago,
sorry.
so
Just
not
test
too
to see
far
if
off
you've got
from
it loaded on there properly
his
so
sister
when
girl.
you go to show it to Janet tomorrow.
Okay, guys, well, that was a lot of fun. We went over to my mom and dad's, watched all of those slides. I know some of you won't find that interesting, but some people wanted to see me when I was a little girl. Some of the pictures you couldn't see very well just because it was hard to film it from the TV. But anyways, I'm going to make some grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. I made this the other day, and I wanted to kind of show you how I do my grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. So I've got tomatoes. We always put tomatoes on our grilled cheese sandwiches, so I'm going to do that. And I make them a little bit different than how most people make them. Some might make them this way, but I like to add Parmesan cheese to it and then just regular cheese. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get everything prepped because I want to have my cheese all done before I start warming up the stovetop. And I always grate my cheese just because it will melt a little bit faster, and then you don't have like chunks of cheese that isn't cooked all the way through. So I'm just going to go ahead and prepare my cheese, get that all grated up, and set that aside. And then I want to take some mayonnaise, and you don't need a whole lot of mayonnaise, which is a good thing because there's not very much left in this jar. Probably, I would say, if you're going to make 4 sandwiches, go ahead and use about a tablespoon of any kind of mayonnaise works. It doesn't really matter which kind you have. And I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the fridge real quick. There's still a little bit in there that I can get out of that jar, so I don't like to throw it away and waste any of it. And then I'm going to take a cube of butter. My butter is not real soft, but I'll be able to blend it up well enough. So probably about a half a cube of butter. And you do want to have it melted. If you have a microwave, just pop it in there for just a minute if it's still hard. That will make it easier to mix up here. But mine was in the refrigerator at home. I took it out and it's still a little bit cold, so. Okay, and then you know I love my garlic, so you can either use chopped fresh or you can use just dried, and it's probably about a tablespoon. And then I'm going to use Parmesan cheese from the jar, but you can use fresh grated if you like that. And then I'm just going to blend it all up. Get it into a nice spreadable consistency so I can put it on my bread. And you can see as you work it, if your butter was not soft, you can work it enough to where it softens up. It doesn't take too much. So that's what I'll be doing for a minute here. Then I'm going to take a tomato and I'm going to slice it as thin as possible. I don't like real chunky, thick tomatoes in my grilled cheese sandwiches because I think it kind of makes it too juicy. And then I'm going to go ahead and use sourdough. That's what I prefer to have grilled cheese sandwiches on, but you can use any kind of bread, wheat, white. Lots of people like grilled cheese sandwiches on Wonder Bread, if you can even find that anymore. And I like this one because it's long and wide and you can get a pretty good meal out of it. And then you just want to go ahead and put 2 pieces over here. Being in the camper, you don't have a lot of space, and you might find that in your own RV if you're cooking in an RV. So utilize the space that you have. I use the back counter a lot to set stuff on. And then just go ahead and butter your bread and make sure that you get it all the way out to the sides where the crust is, because that will make that crust kind of crispy and yummy. And then if you notice, I've got my stovetop on. It's on a real low heat. Probably for mine, it's a number 4. And I cook it kind of low because you want all of your cheese to melt before your bottom of your bread starts to burn. So you just want to have it on a low heat. That way your cheese melts and you don't burn the bottom of your bread. So I just put it on evenly around the whole 2 pieces of bread here. Get it out to the side, and if it falls down into the pan, it's not a big deal. That will just stick to the sides of the sandwich there, and then those get really crispy and yummy as well. Then you want to take your tomato slices, and I just put 2 on top, depending on what size bread you have. And then I will take the other 2 pieces of bread and stick that on top. And you want those butter side up because you're going to flip your sandwich over. And then I just take a spatula and push them down. And I try to get the bread to kind of stick to the cheese. But with the tomatoes, it's sometimes hard. And then while your grilled cheese sandwiches are cooking, you just want to prepare your tomato soup if you're going to have tomato soup with these. We like to have tomato soup so we can dunk them into the tomato soup. If you haven't done that before, it's really good together. The other day I made homemade tomato soup. I'm going to go ahead and just use the canned tomato soup this time and kind of spice it up just a little bit. And the cheese is kind of sticking to the side here, but that's okay. Oh, look how nice and golden crispy that is. Yum. Now, if you see how my bread is kind of moving around, if you want to put more cheese on top of the tomato part, do that. I just didn't have any more cheese grated, so I didn't worry about that, but sometimes I do that so that it sticks to that side of the bread. And then for my tomato soup, I use heavy whipping cream. I use almost a full can of that, and then I'll add a little water to it. And that just makes it a little bit creamier than it is when you follow the directions on the back of the can. And that's what I use when I make homemade tomato soup as well. So my mother always put milk in it, and I just happened to have whipping cream on hand one time, and that's what I used, and Scotty and I both liked it. So you can certainly use the water if you're using a canned. It wouldn't really matter. It's just not as thick and creamy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check the bottoms of these, and I think they are pretty done here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the flame off of the stovetop here and just let my sandwiches sit there for a minute so all that cheese melts. And then I've cut up and diced some tomatoes. I'm going to put it in the soup here. That way it just feels a little bit more homemade. Oh, look at those. Yum. Oh, look at that. Okay, my cheese is all melted nice inside. I'm going to cut them this way rather than if you were just cutting a sandwich in half. This way they're a little bit easier to dunk into the tomato soup. So basically you could say that I made garlic bread and added cheese and turned it into a grilled cheese sandwich with tomato in it. Yum. Does that not look good or what? Yum. Can't wait to have that. And then go ahead and just put your soup in your bowls and you'll be able to dunk away. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching me make my grilled cheese sandwich. Thanks for hanging out while we watch some slides of our family. We appreciate it. We love you. Have a great one.